Big news of the week. Paul Mooney passed away yesterday.
Yes.
Legendary comedian Paul Mooney.
Legendary activist, comedian, writer.
Right. And he wrote for Richard Pryor as well, right?
Yeah, he wrote for a lot of people. Sanford and Son, a lot of different shows. Richard Pryor, a lot of different things behind the scenes. I think he was more prominent behind the scenes than in front of the scene. Yes.
So, is there any information on what he passed from?
Heart attack.
Heart attack, right?
Heart attack. He was 79. In his last couple of years, I heard a couple of the comedians who toured said dementia started kicking in, and as a result of that, you could see a different side. He was deteriorating, and you know how that goes. And we don't like to parade our. I notice white people don't parade their icons out there beyond a certain point.
Yeah.
When they reach that point, because they want you to remember them in their iconic state. So I'm glad I didn't see Paul Mooney in a deteriorating state, so to speak.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I never found him that funny.
He wasn't my cup of tea either.
Wasn't my cup of tea. However, I felt his comedy was more. I was learning.
Yeah.
More.
Okay.
He was making more. He was ruffling more feathers than trying to be funny, in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
But his writing was brilliant, among other things. So, but it really wasn't my cup of tea. I'd sit there and go, okay, I get your point, but that wasn't funny. You know what's crazy?
Because his social commentary was always on point to me, right?
Yes.
And a lot of people feel the same way about Dave Chappelle. Like some people, they saying lately he hasn't been funny. He's just been more you just want to hear him speak.
Right.
But I find Dave funny as hell.
But Dave has a long history of being funny. So when he switches over, see, Richard Pryor was both. So a comedian's job is to give you the commentary, social commentary, but make it very funny. I didn't find Paul Mooney, to just my personal preference, wasn't that funny. He was a little bit more abrasive than anything else. But that abrasiveness was needed because white people would get up and walk out of his show because of the energy. So he was sent here to be a disruptor, so to speak. So his job was well done, and things of that nature. I also I'm not going to avoid the elephant in the room.
Big elephant in the room.
That there was some issues, with Richard Pryor's son making allegations near the end of his life, and I noticed black people are they're sidestepping that. And my only question is, who do we choose to sidestep around?
Yeah.
Because there are some individuals we will gladly say, yeah, but this is this and that. But I've been listening to all the commentary. The only one who really spoke about it was Hassan Campbell, and people jumped on his case. But you got to understand where Hassan Campbell is coming from.
True.
That's personal to him when you start talking about child abuse and things of that nature. So I felt that's why he did it. But for all of the social consciousness, aware, woke brothers and sisters edifying Paul Mooney, okay, cool. But let's not act like there weren't some serious allegations.
Yeah, it's crazy because I felt like we just reported on that I want to say last year, late last year. So when he passed, I was just, oh damn, but that was kind of the first thing that came to mind.
Yes.
Admittedly so, I was just
And then because he didn't, to me, the allegations came when he wasn't at a prominent point that he had to address and deal with it, and everybody just kind of pivoted to his mental state and health now. But if these allegations have any merit to them, then that's disgusting. I don't give a fuck. We talking about a child. You know what I mean? And if it was one, there was probably more. Mooney came up in that era, that Bill Cosby, that whole 70s, anything goes. Shit, Richard Pryor called him
Miss Thang
and shit. Yeah. So, these are just issues, and I'm not shitting on his legacy because we're in a time now where we got to speak truth to this. And I just find it ironic that we look the other way when we want to. So I'm not pointing out his transgressions. I'm pointing out our hypocrisy, if that makes any sense.
Allegedly.
How we just kind of
Allegedly.
look the other way, and we want to put them up on a pedestal. But others who have similar issues, we make sure that those issues are on the forefront and are dealt with, especially when we're talking about children. Now, we're talking about just womanizing or something, but when we mentioning children and how it affects their lives in this day and time when we're supposed to be the vanguards who are on the forefront of dealing with pedophilia, and we're going to act like that shit didn't happen. Shame on us for just looking the other way. Tell the whole goddamn story. That's all. If you're going to tell it, tell the whole story.
Yeah, it was just, again, because I wasn't expecting anybody, especially the day you passed, I wasn't expecting anybody to go in.
I don't give a shit if Richard's son went back on that statement. Why do you think he went back on that statement? You don't make a statement like that and put yourself in the lion's den without there being some validation to that. You know as a child what happened to you and who did it to you.
And and wasn't it more people that came out that kind of confirmed his story?
Yeah. So that's my point. So I'm just saying, we, and this is a perfect example, we pick and choose who we want to believe. And that's going to have to stop as we move forward. It is what it is. Does not negate the great works that he did, but he's going to have to pay for what he did at some point in time. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, so what I was saying prior to that was it was just surprising, like nobody, it was like no hints of anybody even alluding to something. I was okay, this is...
Yeah, was it proven? Was anybody who was raped or pedophile with them and a priest? None of that shit is proven either. So, you know how many priests get off because it wasn't proven? So we have to be careful when we say that, and that's that cognitive dissonance.
Idol worship. Somebody just put that in the chat.
Right in, and because we want to believe that these people are perfect. They are not. They are humans, spiritual beings having a human experience. Even in Urban Culture Decoded, when I spoke about R. Kelly, I said the spirit of a mojo was working through him to bring these songs to fruition, but his ass is going to have to pay for what he did on a human level. All right? So that's all I'm saying. It is your choice to believe that Paul Mooney, lived a perfect life and, whatever. That's fine. I just want to keep it a bean when we tell the story because I notice the hypocrisy of all of us when it comes to certain individual. Oh, no. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
All right.